Hi everyone, it's Sherisse. Hello. I'm definitely taking a lot of breaks from YouTube, but I'm doing the best that I can. Ami is currently teething, and if you're a parent, you know that teething is wild, a whole journey in itself. So yeah, let's not get into that. So my mom took a nice staycation this week, and it was really nice. We're at Grounds for Sculptures in Hamilton, New Jersey, and it's like this giant garden with giant sculptures. That's the only way that I can explain it, really.
No, wait, first I gotta take a picture. This looks cool. Wait, move.
I have beautiful sculptures here. I didn't even know that they existed. Like, I knew that I had giant sculptures, but I didn't know it was like this, you know? Because cherry blossoms are fabulous. Ow, my hair. It was really nice. Mothers are the foundation for everything. And I learned through this time that I am healing my womb, and I'm healing my mother wounds, wound. And our mothers mold us, male or female, around or not. Our mother's presence will always be felt. And my mother took some time off, and my inner child felt so excited to be able to spend time with her. I was so excited, so I planned out this whole week, and I got to spend time with my mom, with my daughter, with my little brother, and it was also very healing my inner child and my inner teenager. That's me when I get pissed. My mom and I didn't get to spend as much time like this when I was younger because she was a single mother and she was working a lot. And we didn't bond as much as I would have liked for us to bond, and it was really lovely for us to be able to do that now, especially with my daughter involved. My mom and I didn't have a good relationship growing up, and into adulthood, I resented her, and I almost hated who she was to me. But into my own healing, I learned how hard everything was for her. I realized that she was incredibly alone. She was working a lot. She was taking care of 2 kids. And I remember her asking people for help, you know, money-wise, like my aunts, my uncles, because she was barely making ends meet. And at that time, she was only making $12 an hour. Rent was $1,200, and she had cars, and she had things to buy for the house and food, and she gave us as much as she was able to give us. My mom's name is Cecilia, and she was born in Puerto Rico, September 23rd, 1966. She is the second youngest of 16 siblings. She was raised very old-fashioned in Puerto Rico, and her father, Arturo, was a very sweet man, and she was incredibly close with him. And her mother, Abuelita Cruzita, was honestly very strong of character, very cold-hearted woman. I don't blame her. She had 16 kids, so that must have been very hard for her. With my friends here, they came. She's a little inappropriate, but you know, natural life. This is mi amigo Raúl, Arturo y Sofía. Estamos comiendo aquí, mira. Tenemos las frutas, tenemos el gorrito para el sol. Pero, you know, she's just tanning. She had a fun childhood with her closest siblings, and into her teens, she met a man. This man was controlling and eventually became abusive. After a heavy abusive event, my mother fled from Puerto Rico, leaving her dreams of going to college behind, and ran to the state of New Jersey to live with my aunt and started over. Soon after she came to New Jersey, she met my father. And, well, here I am. Our distant relationship came from her old-fashioned upbringing, where there's honestly lack of communication between children and parents. And it also came from therapy being unacceptable in the Latino community. My mother went through her own traumas and she had no idea how to deal with it. She had no information, no access the way that we have now. Our generation now has so much access to information that even if we do not know, we eventually learn because it's just always in our face. And the emotional intelligence of a lot of old school Latinos is very minimal, and it's not their fault. They just did not know. They did not have the access to this kind of information, to this knowledge, and it's a privilege to really understand that. The access that my mom had was very limited, and she did the best that she could with the tools given to her, raising 2 kids on her own. After going through my own healing and working through my own traumas and my own internalized issues with my mother, I learned that my mom was not a bad person. My mom was just possibly depressed, possibly anxious, but for sure she was alone, she was suffering, and she was a victim to society's unrealistic standards of what a mother should be. She was not a mean person. My mom is very wonderful. She's actually a very bubbly and happy person. If you ever meet my mom, she has a very happy and hyper personality. She gets along with everybody, and she's actually very funny and very, very sweet. But when I was younger, I used to think that she was so mean, and I realized that my mom was not mean. My mom was not mean at all. She just had no help. My mom would yell and yell and yell, and I realized that her yelling was just a cry for help. Nobody was hearing her. She didn't know how to ask for the help that she really needed, which was healing, which was how to communicate her needs. My mom was not a bad person. She was just overwhelmed, overworked, and overstressed. And this week that I spent with my mother was incredibly healing. It was very, very beautiful. We had such a good time, very lovely time together, and I'm so thankful that my daughter has a wonderful grandmother now. And my mom is the mom that I've always dreamed of having, and I'm so thankful for that. It's definitely difficult when you're going through your own healing and you have to forgive your parents for the harsh situations that they put you in, the harsh words that they said to you. Forgiving your parents is one of the hardest things, but it is the number one step to really, really opening a lot of your chakras, to really close up a lot of your wounds. And I can't say that this is for everybody because it's not easy. The reason that I was able to heal my mother wound and my mother womb is because my mom went through her own healing as well. My mom went through something very, very crazy, and she ended up packing all her bags and she left, and she went through her own journey. And when she came back, she started going through her own spiritual journey and her own spiritual awakening. And my mom has changed so much, so immensely, that she even manifested this amazing husband who is my stepfather, and I love him so much. And now we have a little brother, and I love Danny so much, is my little brother's name. And we have a whole new family, thank God, like I'm so thankful that my mom went through her own healing so that she met my stepdad and that we have my little brother. And now we have a whole new family incorporated into ours. It's beautiful, but it's very difficult, and it was a hard journey because a lot of women, our womb is closed. Our womb is often traumatized, and a lot of it is motherhood. And it's not just us being mothers. A lot of it is dealing with mothers, dealing with our mothers, our grandmothers, our great grandmothers. Ancestral trauma is real. I don't care what nobody says. The DNA is in our system. It's scientifically proven, coño. But it is in our womb, and sometimes we're traumatized. And the only way to heal that, even if we cannot physically speak to our parents, especially our mother, because this is what this is about, even if we cannot physically speak to our mother and forgive them, We have to forgive ourselves. We have to forgive them through ourselves, through our bodies. And this is through meditation. This is through reading. And this is 100% through understanding. I learned that a lot of traumatized mothers end up hurting their children. But what did they go through to act this way? Ami hates the stroller, so I always have to put her on the carrier eventually if I'm out for a long day. So now I have her on the front facing. She's big enough for this. This is the first time she's using this. So I'm a little like, am I doing this right? But I Googled it. So it looks like I did. She seems to be enjoying it because she gets to see so much. And she's a very alert little baby. The bullies of the schools are usually the ones being bullied at home, right? Same thing happens with our parents. I'm not gonna say that this is right, all right? I'm not giving them like leeway to go ahead and traumatize you, but I'm saying to be more understanding as adults, because this is more so for anybody that's going through their own healing journey. But as adults, we do have to learn to forgive. There comes a point in time where you learn your habits are wrong. You learn that what you're doing is wrong. And if you are emotionally aware, emotionally intelligent, even if it's a tiny little bit, you now need to make a change. It is up to you to move forward, to move in the proper direction, because if you stay the same, you're going to stay unhealed, traumatized, dealing with a lot of issues, and it's not fun. And for women, a lot of our trauma collects in our womb. And that can affect fertility issues, that can affect skin issues, body issues, mental health issues. And so much blessings can be brought onto us when we start doing womb meditations, womb healing, womb work. For example, yoni steams. A lot of women do yoni steams. I've never done a yoni steam, and I really, really want to do one so badly. So I think that that'll be part of my next few months, that new journey that I'm going to be working towards. But I am healing my mother's womb. I'm healing my mother wound, and I'm healing that with love and acceptance. I'm healing that with understanding of the female ancestors of my lineage, but as well as myself. And in healing my wound, I heal my womb, and I get to be a really good mom. And I'm super thankful for that. So thank you so much for hearing me talk and chit chat. Let me know if you guys are curious or want me to make any videos about something else. I'm having fun doing this as much as I'm able to. I would like to be a little bit more consistent, but it's the first year of motherhood. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I'm a new mom. Like, do we even know what we're doing half the time? No. But thank you so much. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, comment, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I post stuff on Pinterest, sometimes on Twitter whenever I'm feeling funky. And that's it. So thanks for watching. Bye.